Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel and welcome to the third Meet the Teams video. I'm here with the boys. Why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves one by one?
All right, I'll go first then. Hey, I'm DJ. Username is Dead Guagua, but go by DJ.
I'm Chapstick. My username is Chapstick.
I'm Horizon, and my username is Malevolent Horizon.
Alright, so you guys were a last minute addition to the tournament. So how did that come to be?
We were in a VC in another server, and then one of the members of that server, Skittle, came in abruptly and was like, "Hey, does anyone here want to participate in a Yu-Gi-Oh tournament?" And the three of us kind of just said, "Yeah, sure, we'd be down."
Yeah,
Okay.
my boy Hoshikawa got that.
Okay. They competed in the first round. Skittle did, the Shonen TCG, that team. You know, you guys probably haven't seen that because it did just go up before the recording of this video. So since that's kind of a mystery to you guys, who do you think won their match? Just out of curiosity.
I'm
It'd
not
be a
100%.
shame if the person that invited us lost. So I'm hoping that Skittle won, at least Skittle's team.
Yeah, put some faith in them.
All right.
Think they might have won.
Fair enough. So by nature of being like the last team to enter, and you guys you know don't really talk too much in the server. Of course, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't mind, but you know, you guys are a bit of an enigma here. You know, not anybody really knows anything about you. I mean, me personally, I'm kind of intimidated. I'm not gonna lie, since I'm going up against you guys. I don't know what to expect. So what are you guys thoughts on that kind of situation, being the wildest wild card?
I think it fits really well
I
with
think
the
it, yeah.
trio.
Yeah,
That's what I think.
it does. You won't know what to fully expect until the day of.
Right.
Yep.
But then
It
conversely,
would be
you
crazy.
know,
Oh.
not I'm sorry, I'll let you continue after, but
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
Conversely, you guys don't really know a lot about everyone else here, whereas some of us have some familiarity with one another. Do you guys think that that gives you a bit of a disadvantage as well?
Yeah, I would think so.
I'd say a little, but not too much.
Fair, fair. So unfortunately, we did not get to stream the first one. Had some technical difficulties before then. You guys ever been on stream before?
I have.
Yes, I have.
Yes, technically.
Okay, fair enough. Are you guys comfortable in that environment? Do you think it'll throw you off knowing people are watching?
No.
No.
Okay. All right, that's good to hear. That's always good to hear. So now we'll get into some more of the like actual match, potential match related questions, the tournament related questions, as well. So, we kind of went over how you guys formed your team and everything. What about a team captain? Have you guys settled on a team captain?
Chapstick.
Oh,
No,
yeah, most
I
definitely
don't know.
You've been nominated.
They're only saying that because I've been playing longer than they have.
Yeah, out of the three of us, he's definitely way more experienced and better at the game than us, so.
Okay.
Yeah, to an annoying degree.
Of course, I understand that. So so you guys got your team captain settled. Do you guys have like a game plan, like a strategy going into the first round at all yet?
No, I don't think so.
Win.
I think, yeah, I was gonna say, I think
Yeah.
our strategy is just to draw good and win. I think that's really it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, it's possible, you know, people have certain setups they want to use. Shonen TCG, actually, for example, made a very bold statement in their Meet the Teams video that they would use the same team order every single duel, no matter what. So, you know, stuff like that. Of course, some people like to keep their cards a little bit closer to their chest, so I understand that.
Hmm.
So we spoke about Shonen TCG and all that. You guys know them. Are there any other teams of people that you know, or is it all complete strangers besides them?
All complete
Um,
strangers.
I was gonna say, is House with him?
Yeah, House
Yeah.
House is.
Okay, yeah. I don't know anyone else then.
Okay. Complete strangers to the server. That's interesting. That should make for some interesting interactions. So everybody else had like a little character they wanted to play in this tournament. Our first two teams actually had decided to play the villains, quote unquote. Like your typical anime villain role. Do you guys have any characters you'd like to be playing in this tournament, or are you just going in as yourselves?
I think I'm just going in as myself.
I don't think there's been a scenario where I haven't gone in as myself.
Yeah. Going in as myself as well.
Every single character.
I mean,
The
hey,
ult-
fair,
the ultimate egoist.
Oh my
Exactly. The
fair enough.
egoist horizon.
Well, a little sneak peek for my teams Meet the Teams videos. We're just going in as ourselves too, so it's not gonna be very anime like the first one, but maybe people like that. We'll see. Um, so experience with the game. You guys talked about that a little bit. Let's expand on that just a bit. How long have you guys been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for?
Uh, I've played quite a bit. I've had a long drop-off period. Only recently got back into it, so
Okay.
I'm out of my prime.
I'm in a similar boat to him. I started playing 3 or 4 years ago, and I don't play like too often, but you know.
All right.
I've been playing since 2016, so I've been playing for 9 years. So I've been playing ever since I was a little kid,
All right.
and I only basically right before COVID and then during COVID, I took it more seriously online, and I actually did like other tournaments and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, I would say 8 or 9 years.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Do you guys have any favorite cards or archetypes that you've found over the years that you've been playing?
Dark Lords.
Fair.
You didn't even skip a beat.
Bro didn't hesitate.
Might be on theme, but dinosaurs and cyber dragons are two of my favorites.
Okay. I too quite like Cyber Dragon. I actually built that deck in real life, so that's quite fair.
Mm.
Uh, I'm playing one of my favorite archetypes in this tournament, so I won't say what it is yet.
Okay.
But I also uh do like okay, this is gonna be a bit like meta. I do like playing Sky Striker, but other than that, like I like playing Fortune Ladies and Fortune Fairies,
Ooh,
and I
interesting.
also like playing the I like playing Time Lords.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. I'm not gonna touch that one.
See the depth of experience here.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So, what like favorite cards? Is there any like favorite individual cards that you guys maybe enjoy, maybe feel particularly attached to, or anything like that?
um, I can't say like a favorite card, but like cards I do like a lot aside from Dark Lords is a Romage fairies. I
Oh, interesting.
those
That's
ones.
that's very interesting, actually, given your connection to Shonen TCG.
Yeah, House is playing a Room Mage deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yeah,
uh, any particular cards? Dang, I forgot. There's a particular dinosaur, but I forgot what it was.
It's definitely Ultimate
Um.
Conductor Tyranno.
Oh, thank you.
I have
Yeah.
two, because I pulled them. I pulled them in the 2021 TCG box thing. It was Crusadia Magius and Boral Sword Dragon. So
Oh,
those are very dear to my heart because I got them at the higher, I think UR rarity. And so I those were like some of the first cards I ever pulled because I actually had the money to buy a tin. So those two cards specifically are kind of close to my heart because they were like, oh my god, the first physical cards that I pulled were
okay.
high rarity.
Yeah, fair. Honestly, I mostly buy singles, so unfortunately, I don't really, I don't really know the joy of pulling the high rarities, but I can definitely appreciate that sentiment there. Um, let's see here. So, so you guys joined last minute. Were you informed that there was any prizing or anything for this?
I was not.
No, I don't think so. But it was only until I watched your intro video that was posted like I don't know how long ago it was that it said of the prize.
Okay.
Um,
So I've discussed prizing with the other teams and such. It's gonna be $25 worth for each of you guys if you were to win, including most of that's gonna be a structure deck. Do you guys have any idea what structure deck you might want if you win? If you want one at all?
Hold up.
I haven't put any thoughts into it since I'm just now knowing of the rewards.
About it. Yeah, no, I gotta say it would
I would
probably be.
probably get the Dark World structure deck
Fair.
because I already have one, so it would just be nice to get another one.
Okay, that makes sense. Do any of you guys have like any ideas? Any of the other two?
Uh, yeah, nah,
I
it wouldn't even be a question for me. Uh, Cyber Dragons is where it's at. So.
Okay, yeah. Would you want the new one, the with the cyber darks and stuff?
Ooh, I'm not sure. See, I haven't been as attuned to it when they first started coming out. So, or at least no, it's not when they first started coming out, but when like they started being more included in Cyber Dragon decks. I haven't been
Hmm.
like keeping up with that.
I do prefer to keep them separate in my personal build, so that's fair. I think that might
Yeah.
actually be the only Cyber Dragon structure deck. I'll have to fact check that because I can't remember, but that may be the only option for you there, unfortunately. Which it's got a lot of good Cyber Dragon stuff in it, just like not the best stuff.
Yeah.
And I will be including singles to make up for the rest of the value. So any singles that I was like, I would like be like, oh, this deck should probably have this, or something like that. This person would probably like to have this. I'll include as well. Keep those a little bit of a surprise for you guys. See what you get whenever that may happen. Second place also gets some packs, some packs of the most latest release set at the time. So maybe you guys can pull some good stuff out of that too. Whenever we end this, I don't know when it'll be because time's different for everybody when they get to duel and everything. Life,
yeah.
life and everything. So can't really nail down exactly when that'll be, but before the end of 2025, I pray. I pray.
Fair enough.
So let's see here. Most of my questions, I believe, have already more or less been answered. By just nature of you guys not knowing a whole lot about what's what's really going on here.
It's all good.
Um, let's see. So do you guys have like a strategy for your decks? Do they all kind of connect together? Are you guys just playing whatever you want? Um, anything like that?
I don't
Uh, I
I don't
go ahead.
think I mean like maybe me and Horizon stacks possibly because of the same typing of monsters, but me and DJs, I don't think so.
Yeah, I didn't put any thought into like uh synergy when I chose my deck.
Right.
Neither did Horizon for I know that for a fact.
Yeah, I think we're all just playing whatever we wanted.
Okay, fair. Did you guys find it hard to build a deck with the ban list restrictions that were put into place?
Kinda,
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
not
not
really.
really. Okay, so
It
you're
wasn't
still
too much.
I'm only saying that because the archetype I'm playing requires so much support, but majority of that support was either limited or banned in the custom, so it was just kind of hard to find like a way around it.
Okay.
But I think I put out as much as I could.
Fair, fair. Yeah, I did kind of want this tournament to be a little bit more, maybe lower power level, you could say. Kind of not playing meta, not playing like staples that'll like boost your deck a lot. I want to see a lot of variety in what's being played, which so far I have seen from just the six decks that I saw in the first round, which you guys will get to see right now. You should go check that video out if you haven't already. Um, a lot of variety there. Nothing that I like necessarily expected, but some things that I did, just not maybe necessarily the exact way that I expected them to be used. So that was definitely interesting. I hope to see some more interesting builds from you guys as well. The ban list will also, of course, be sort of ever changing. I mentioned this in the tournament video that just got posted, but I will be banning or limiting or whatever problem things that show up in the duels. But 9 times out of 10, I will allow you to play that for the first duel, even if I see it and I'm like, that's probably that. I probably should have hit that, but I forgot. I'm one guy, so I didn't get to hit everything. But I will probably let you play it once. Do you guys think there's any problem cards in your deck that might get hit out of this before you guys make it to round 2?
Maybe one.
I can
I
see it.
doubt
Yeah, I
it
could.
though.
There's like
Maybe
3
one.
that I'm currently looking at, but
Oh, well,
I'm just gonna have to hope and pray.
yeah.
I think I have one or two, but yeah.
So I'm like I said, I'm gonna try not to hit your decks before you play once, but if I see something that I feel like is definitely an issue, I will get rid of it, unless it's like really funny. So, um, Robin from Team Alter Egos actually was playing a combo that's really degenerate, but it's really funny because it's so hard to get off. So I let them keep it. Um, but I did inform them that if they pull it off once, it's never happening again. So maybe we'll see that in the first round duel. Maybe we won't. Who knows? Um,
We'll be hoping to see it.
but yeah, that's more or less all that I have. Since you guys are so new, I'll let you guys ask me anything that you might want to ask. Anything you may not be clear about in the tournament or something like that.
Ooh,
Mm.
think.
How are matches structured then? Is it 1-on-1, but you choose a lineup of who goes first? That way, it's random against the opponent, or
So when we start, your team captain should have already decided the order that your team is going to participate in. So basically, this is going to be a relay duel. Are you guys familiar with that format?
somewhat. I am. Yeah.
Okay. So it'll be the first 2 duelists selected from each team will go against each other, and then whenever the opponent's life points hit 0, immediately after that, the turn will end. There will be no main phase 2, no battle phase if you kill them with burn, and the next player from the other team will take over. They'll get to keep the graveyard, the field, and the banishment, but they will not get to keep deck or extra deck stuff. So, like, say, pendulums aren't as good in this format necessarily, because if you set up a bunch of pendulum plays, being like, oh, my partners will be able to pend out all these guys in the extra deck, they will not. The extra deck goes away.
All right.
So that's the format there, and your team captain should decide it, and you guys will come in that order. So uh, whatever it may be, you guys can decide that, talk amongst yourselves, and your team captain will tell me before recording, and that will be the order that I let everybody join in, because Edo Pro is a little weird and you can't move around once you join the room. So anything else you guys are interested in asking or anything like that?
Mhm. what?
No.
Yeah, nah, I'm lost. So yeah.
Okay. All right, fair enough. Well, then that'll be the end of the question section. I think it's about time we got into the deck list, so I will see you guys here in a second.
Hello, I'm Chapstick. I'm one of the members of the boys, and my deck list today will be appliancers with code breakers in them. So first we have 3 copies of Gamma Seal. I'm running 3 copies of Gamma Seal because it's one of the only good like removals in this format, and also I have monsters that can get over it pretty easily, and so it just allows for easy removal and for me to continue to play the game. I'm running 2 Parallel Exceed because I do a lot of link summoning, and so it'll give me the opportunity to go into either Tornado Dragon, which I can quick effect detach the material, and then target a spell on Trapper in the field and destroy it, or Silent Honor Arc and um, uh, attach one of my opponent's special summoned monsters to it. So it's like also another way of removal. So that's kind of useful for me. Here's the one monster card I'm running for Codebreaker. It's Codebreaker 0 Day. Um, this card you use in conjunction with Codebreaker Virus Swordsman, which when this card is when this card is link summoned, if it's co-linked, I get to special summon 0 Day, and then I get to use these 2 to go into Codebreaker Virus Berserker, which special summons them back, and so that gives me free material to make a link 4. And then the main archetype is appliancers. We have 3 appliancer socket troll. This is like the most important appliancer monster because if I control another appliancer monster, I can just special summon this from my hand. And then if I have another socket troll on the field, I can special summon this another soccer troll from my deck to the field. So that lets me easily go into a lot of links. Uh, I'm running 3 appliancer breaker bunkle because it's really good protection for my appliancer monsters, and also it's just another appliancer name that I need for my appliancer link monsters. And then I'm running 3 appliancer copy buckle, which allow me to essentially enable the effect of socket troll because copy buckle can special summon itself from its hand by targeting an appliancer monster you control, and it changes its name to that monster. And so I can activate Soccer Troll's effect even if it's copy buckle, so I get 2 materials for free on the field. I'm playing 1 for 1 because all my appliancer monsters are level 1. 1 for 1 lets me send a monster from my hand to the graveyard, and I special summon 1 level 1 monster from my hand or deck. Just allows me to get into any of my appliancers if I don't draw into them. I'm running 1 Raigeki because monster removal is nice, and I don't need more. It's just nice to run 1. I'm running 1 Harpy's Feather Duster, which allows me to destroy all spells and traps. Just nice removal because spell and trap removal is kind of limited in this format. I'm running 3 Appliancer Reuse. This just allows me to special summon an Appliancer monster from my graveyard and then put it back on the bottom of the deck when it leaves the field. This just allows me to go into more link plays and allows me to have extra materials in case I don't draw certain cards. I'm running 3 Machine Duplication, which allows me to target a machine monster I control with 500 or less attack, and special summon up to 2 monsters from my deck with the same name. So as long as I draw 1 appliancer and I use Machine Duplication, if it's in my hand, then I'm able to do full combo um, because I can get 3 appliancers on the field, and that's really useful. I'm running 2 appliancer tests. Uh, appliancer test allows me to target appliancer link monster I control and special summon as many link 1 appliancer monsters from my graveyard as possible to zones that monsters point to. This is kind of helpful because I have 3 of the appliancer link 1s and then 1 of the link 2. And so it's just kind of useful to be able to, if one of these go to the graveyard, I can target my link 2 and I can bring it back to a zone it points to and it can get its effect. I'm running one terraforming because the appliance or field spell is really important to this deck and it's pretty central around it. I'm running 3 magical mallet because I really brick a lot in this deck and I need to get certain cards in order for it to work. So I'm just running it so that I have a better chance of getting those cards. Appliancer, electrolytical world is the field spell. When I activate it, I get to add an appliancer card from my deck to my hand, and then I can, if I link summon, I can add an appliancer monster from my graveyard to my hand, and then when an appliancer monster declares an attack, or if an opponent's monster declares an attack, I can move an appliancer monster I control to another one of my main monster zones. That one's kind of more important if I was doing pure appliancers. It's mainly the first 2 effects that are important, because being able to search any of my appliancer cards means that I can get whatever card I need for my combo, and then being able to grab an appliancer from my graveyard to my hand allows me to, for example, enable socket trolls effect, or I can just recycle a little bit, maybe break Garbuncle back into my hand, kind of, you know, something like that. I'm running 3 Drowning Mirror Forest because this is kind of another easy quote unquote removal that I can run in this deck. It allows whenever opponent's monster declares a direct attack, I could shuffle all of my opponent's attack position monsters into the deck. This is kind of helps me out if I just so happen to draw really bad and I need something, then if I draw this, I'm kind of safe. Same with Floodgate, it's just more I'm running 3 Floodgate. This just kind of helps my stop my opponents from doing anything that would disrupt my appliancers. When my opponent summons a monster, I can change that monster to face down defense, and they cannot change it, so it kind of disables that monster from using their effects if it might affect me or just give them more momentum in their deck. And then I'm running 1 copy of Metaverse because it's limited in this format, and my field spell is really important to me, and so I'm still gonna run the 1 Metaverse because I want to have all the chances that I can get to grab my field spell. So going into the extra deck, I'll start from left to right. I'm running Tornado Dragon, as I said earlier, and Silent Honor Arc with Parallel Exceed because they kind of just give me removal options that makes it easier for my deck to kind of thrive against other decks. I'm running the Underworld Goddess just kind of as a last kind of ditch effort because I can use also one of my opponent's monsters as material, and then I can negate effects of all face-up monsters my opponent controls, and this Link Summon card is unaffected by your opponent's activated effects, and so it just kind of is like a big negate, and it kind of just helps me out if I ever do need it. I'm running both Borreload and Boral Sword Dragon. The reason I'm running these 2 as my Link 4 is because access code is banned. And so instead of it being access code in Boral Sword, I'm running Borreload and Boral Sword. Borreload just kind of allows me to kind of be annoying and take or not take make opponent's monsters lose attack and defense, kind of make them weaker, and then it's also neither player can target this card with monster effects, so it's kind of a big wall if I need it. And then Boral Sword is good if I'm able to OTK because it can target an attack position, put in defense, and then it can attack twice, and it can also gain attack equal to half of a monster's current attack when it declares an attack on a face-up monster. So this Boros Sword is kind of my main win con because I can OTK with this deck. It just requires very specific cards. I already explained Codebreaker Virus Berserker. It just helps me go into my Link 4s easier, and it allows for more potential in Link play. Then I'm running Nightmare Unicorn, Nightmare Phoenix, and Nightmare Cerberus. I'm running 3 of the Nightmares because I kind of need the generic removal. Nightmare Unicorn's a Link 3, and it allows me to bounce a card my opponent controls. Phoenix allows for back row removal, and then Cerberus lets me destroy a special summon monster in my opponent's main monster zone. and so that's really useful. Just more removal in general because this deck doesn't really have much to begin with because of the appliancers. And then Virus Swordsman, I explained earlier, just to enable to go into Berserker to just get more link material. And then here are the 4 appliancer link monsters I'm running. So I'm running 1 copy of the link to Celtipus. Celtipus is pretty important because it cannot be targeted by my opponent's card effects or their monster attacks. So it essentially cannot be destroyed, kind of. And the main point of this card is that it allows for my Link 1 appliancers to have a bit more attack power when they attack because they gain attack equal to however monsters are co-linked to Celtipus. And so that kind of allows for the OTK to be enabled. And then we're running 1 copy of Laundry Dragon. Laundry Dragon's good because it's removal. Either way, if it's co-linked or not, it can banish an opponent's monster. If it is not co-linked, it gets to inflict damage, but either way, it's still banish, which is still really good. Vacuum Fillant is removal. If it's co-linked or not, either way, I get to target a card or a monster my opponent controls and destroy it. So it's still a really good just kind of removal card. And then I am running 1 copy of Kappa Scale, which just allows me to special summon an Appliancer Link monster from my graveyard if I ever need to, or I contribute it to special summon a level 4 lower Appliancer monster. If I need if I need to bring back a certain link, or if I need to just bring back a regular Appliancer monster, this just kind of allows me to do that if it ever comes up. So that's kind of important. It's just more graveyard recycling. And then the last card in my extra deck is Almirage. I have all my appliancers are literally 100 or 0 attack, and they're most of the main monsters in my deck, and so this just kind of allows for me to it kind of allows me to do like a weird like protection for my appliancers if they ever need it, or if any of my other links need them if they get interrupted. And it allows me to bring it back as link material if a normal summoner set monster controls destroyed by battle. So it's just kind of like a kind of weirdish link 1 scenario if I ever need it. And that's pretty much my deck list. Thank you for listening.
Hey, hello. My name's DJ, part of Team The Boys, and this is my deck list. I'm playing Trickstars. Quick disclaimer before I start going through. I'm not that good at Yu-Gi-Oh, nor have I been in it too much, so a lot of the cards I don't know what they do off the top of my head, nor for like combos as well. So excuse me if I just either skip cards or take a moment to read through their effect. Um, yeah, starting with Trickstar Coralbane. Reason her purpose being here is moreover hoping for a turn 1 play with her, hoping to get her on the field quick and early, and then that way having a tribute into extra attack as well. With Trickstar Nightshade, hoping this is moreover like my what is it? My sacrificial pod going into link summons and then being able to get this back onto the field. That way I can repurpose Nightshade. Uh, Trickstar Lilybell is I'm hoping to get a combo off with her like earlier in the rounds with Trickstar Candina to get her from the deck and put her onto the field. Oh, that I did not click on the. No, I did. Trickstar Mandrake. I'm gonna be honest. I have no idea what her effect does, or I can't remember it off the top of my head. Um, Trickstar Rudy is here to Basically, if any of my link monsters would be sent to the graveyard, help me bring them back, as well as dealing burn damage to the opponent. Trickstar Licorice is my, how do I say it? Most like my where a lot of my burn damage will be coming from with the deck. Just hoping to like get her out early on as well. That way, with each draw phase the opponent has, deal a bit more damage. As I said before, Trickstar Candina is my play into getting all the rest of my Trickstars out onto the field, specifically Lilybell early game. So I'm hoping to have her turn 1 as well. Trickstar Narcissus is another one of like my burn damage monsters, hoping to, as similar to all the other ones, just deal a lot of like chip damage as the game progresses. I have no idea what Trickstar Hoodie does. Raigeki is just like a good board clear that I don't have much of in this deck. Terraforming is for Trickstars have a lot of field spells, which if I'm not lucky enough to draw into any one of them on first turn, hopefully I have Terraforming, that way I could get it. And then Harpy's Feather Duster is just another form of board removal. Trickstar Festival is my another one of my gateways into link summoning. That way I don't have to use as many of my other Trickstar monsters for the link summons. Trickstar Fusion is specifically just for, can't remember the name off the top of my head, the Trickstar Band Sweet Guitar. Yeah. Trickstar Light Stage is in a similar boat to Candina. I hope to have this like early turns. That way I can get a lot of more of my Trickstars from my deck to my hand, and hopefully be able to perform a lot more combos. Uh, Trickstar Bouquet. I have no idea what this does. Hold on. Oh, this is just to help me, like, if I'm ever in a position where I can't face an opponent's monster head on, or I'm being dominated by the board, hopefully Trickstar Bouquet will help me, like, even it out. I don't know why this is here. I should remove this. Trickstar Magical Laurel is another one of my similar to, I forget which one it was. I'm not good with like the names off the top of my head, so excuse me if just no, who was it? Oh come on. Trickstar Rudy. Uh Basically if I have any type of link monster in the graveyard, bring it back with Magical Laurel, and yeah. Where is the next one? Nope, that's it. Trickstar Light Arena is again just another form of being able to bring back Trickstar cards in my graveyard back to the field. And it also allows me to play more of my spells each turn. Trickstar Live Stage is honestly the spell card I'm hoping to have early on as well. Specifically so I could get the Trickstar token. Change of Heart is just here as well for like to help me balance the board in case I'm ever in a losing position. Dark Room of Nightmares is to just add a lot more damage onto what I would already be doing, or like a lot more burn damage onto what I'm already hoping doing with my other Trickstar monsters. Um, uh, Angel of Blue Tears is just another form of like burn damage that, as well as like card negation. I don't know what Trickstar Diffusion does. And then Trickstar Reincarnation is just to like wipe an opponent's hand in case, not in case of anything, but if like they seem that they might have a lot to be able to go into combo with, I'm hoping I have Trickstar Reincarnation on the field already. As for extra deck monsters, the only two that I really know how to use properly are Trickstar Crimson Heart and I believe it was Holly. Mostly because their effects are pretty similar, I believe. Like damage to your opponent. Yeah. Um. Yeah. I again, I'm not really well versed in Yu-Gi-Oh, and this is like the first time, or not the first time, but this is like the second time ever I'll be using this deck. I'm hoping to get a bit more practice in with it, and uh, like before our first match, that way I can know how to do the combos and everything else better. But aside from that, I'm not really that well with it. So, but yeah, that's the end of my deck list for now.
Yo, it, it's me, Horizon. um, I'll be playing Cyber Dragons, and excuse me if I pause or I don't explain something because I don't even know what I'm doing. So you gotta excuse me, but I'll do my best. All right. So beginning here, I'm running 3 Cyber Dragons, the main focus of my deck. Um, not much to say about these three. Um, moving on, we got running 2 Galaxy Soldiers. Um, pretty good monsters for uh if I lose one of my monsters, I could easily use this to have something on the field just in case, and also good fusion material. Um, yeah, and Cyber Dragon Dre uh basically helps get more material for fusion monsters that require not fusion monsters, sorry, exceed monsters that need certain level monsters to be on the field, or certain Cyber Dragon cards. So it's good to use these uh hold up. This is not me reading the effect of the card. This is me trying to remember my strategy. Card becomes 7. uh, is based again another card to have on the field if I need a Cyber Dragon for either a fusion or an Exceed summon. 3 Veers. Basically these are good monsters to search for Cyber Dragon. These are also good for having uh sorry. Oh, sorry. So yeah, Cyber Dragon Veers are good for searching Cyber Dragon cards, and Cyber Dragon cores are good for searching my spells for like Cyber Rev System. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Uh, yeah, basically, Cyber Dragon Core is good for searching for like spells that I need, traps that I need, like Cyber Network, Cyber Rev System, Cyber Repair Plant. Uh, I'm going to butcher this name, Cyber Dragon Natchester. Uh, basically, it's something I can throw on the field. I could, if I brick, I could throw a card away and special summon this. Uh, and if I do so, if I've already had a Cyber Dragon card in my graveyard, one of my main Cyber Dragons, I could pull it out and also special summon that. Um, and lastly, last monster, Cyber Dragon Hurts. Uh, again, becomes better fusion material or exceed material once it's on the field. Um, and it's also great for if not just on the field, also in the graveyard. Uh, but yeah, that's about it. As for spells, I got instant fusion, just a fusion that's good for getting a monster on the field. Uh, just so if I'm not getting the cards I need, I can pop instant fusion, use one of my other um, fusion monsters, possibly try to use that to uh, exceed or do something. Got greater polymerization. It's just a good card to have. Easy to fuse monsters. Rageki destroys monsters just in case I break and I'm in danger. Is basically a card to get rid of any danger on my turn. If I don't have any monsters, good card to clear the field, even the score. Same with Harpy's Feather Duster, but with spells, just in case I'm worried that like one of my boss monsters that I do get out could be destroyed by a spell or trap card they have down. Use this, get it out the way, then start making my plays. Rev system is just good if I have Cyber Dragon in my graveyard or in my hand, I need to get it out. Just use Rev system and get it out there. Um, running two of these. Sorry. Also two greater polymerizations. Uh, got two power bonds. Uh, it's just again uh, summons a fusion monster and basically gives it sorry using basically stuff in my hand field as fusion material basically gives it a buff, but then uh, take damage, but it's a good even trade for Cyber Dragons. And again, uh, after Power Bond, Evolution Burst basically just destroys a card. Free, easy way to get rid of a opponent's monster. Next, Cyber Emergency. Um, it's in case of emergency. uh, Basically allows me to get a Cyber Dragon onto the field uh, quick and easy way. Cyber Repair Plant. Basically, good way to either search for a monster that I need. Most likely like a Cyber Dragon monster, Cyber Dragon support card. Also allows me to if I've already ran through my Cyber Dragon monsters, could throw one of them back into my deck, shuffle it back in, and I'm running three of these. Super Poly. Um, again, just another card to try to get one of my fusion monsters out. And uh, these are my rage bait cards. Basically, just last line of defense, just in case I need them. Sorry, scrap iron scarecrow. I completely skipped the card. Clockwork Knight. Always had this. uh, Basically gives my machine monsters a buff. Uh, and yeah, just a good card to have on the field just in case I. Uh huh. And Cyber Network. I can. Oh, this is the one card I put in here on purpose. Yeah, sorry. Cyber Network is basically allows me to banish monsters, but later on be able to get those monsters back, and uh, comes at the cost destroy any spell trap cards on the field, but uh, basically it would have me already get the monsters I need, possibly easy to use for quick fusion, or if I just a last line of defense just in case I need it. But apart from that, that's it. I'm running two of them, and then DNA surgery, quick and easy way to try to use my opponent's monsters also to get some of those fusion monsters out, some of those Exceed monsters out using both sides as material. And that's it for the main deck. Extra deck. Here we go. Sever End Dragon. Um, it basically is a good card to get out there. Does piercing damage, attacking on a defensive opponent. But apart from that, I don't really got a plan for this one. Cyber Eternity Dragon, good card to have. Should always run this if you have Cyber Dragons. The plan for this card is certainly something. Uh, Chimera Mega Fleet. Uh, Basically, the more I use to summon it, basically makes it more powerful. Good if I have a whole bunch of monsters on the field that I'm not doing anything with. Use them as fusion material and pop out Mega Fleet just to have a strong, powerful monster on the field just to be there. And next is Cyber Twin Dragon. Just a go-to fusion. If nothing else works or I don't have any of my other fusion monsters, I can get this out there. Pretty decent monster to have. It can make a second attack just if I destroy them, destroy their monster, can get in a second attack, possibly do damage. Nothing special to say about Cyber Twin Dragon. I'm only running one of these. I'm running two Fortress Dragons. Um, this is also a better version of which one was it? Sorry. What was it? Better, in my opinion, slightly better version of Chimera Mega Fleet because more familiar with it. Uh, Consistently able to get it out using my monsters. Uh, and a bit less demanding than Mega Fleet. Uh, I don't actually think that's true. I think I just misread the card actually. But apart from that, um, and then Rampage Dragon, another fusion monster to get out there. Um, this basically again like with Twin Cyber Dragon, basically this card has give and take. can sacrifice monsters, gain additional attacks for it. Like a slightly better strategy to or more consistent to go for. That's about it. I'm running 2 of them. Cyber Dragon Infinity. Again, basically, if good is Cyber Dragon Infinity. It just gains attack if I have monster things like material attached to it. Good to have on the field if I can get it out, and I don't have any like better options. Cyber Dragon running one of Infinity. I'm running 2 Novas, Cyber Dragon Novas, and again, this card gains attack, but again, nothing special to say about Cyber Dragon Nova. Detach material, like gain attack. And for each time I banish a Cyber Dragon monster, yeah, the effect I was just listing. Clockwork Knight basically helps me search for my continuous like spells or traps, and then lastly, Cyber Dragon. What is that? What? Seeger? Cyber Dragon Seeger, my goat. Yeah.
All right, everybody, we are back with the team after those deck lists. You guys have any final thoughts you want to share for the video with anybody? You know, maybe help get yourself some fans and some support in the comments or anything like that.
Yeah. If our team loses, blame DJ. If our team wins, bless our captain.
Oh, okay.
I got offended, you know. Fair.
Yeah. All I'm gonna say is, you know what? I'll definitely do my part. I'll make sure. I'll make sure to beat someone in the actual match.
Okay.
Even more than that. Even more than that, I'll be sure to win.
Okay.
Just watch me.
If you're not even gonna be put onto the field, we're gonna clear them before we even get to you.
Does that mean I'm your clutch?
The clutch.
Well, that's for your team captain to decide.
You're like the walking stick for an athlete.
All right.
Okay. No. Anything else you guys would like to say? Maybe ask or before we get out of here.
I think, Captain, you got anything to say? Or
No.
aye.
I mean, fair enough. You know, actions speak louder than words.
We do.
With that all being said, appreciate you guys for checking this one out. Let's give it up for the boys here in the comments. Give them some support, and we'll see you guys in the tournament. I specifically will see you guys in the tournament.
Yep. Can't wait.
Can't wait to cook you.
We'll see everybody later.